Hi, I'm Yuval from the Wix Code team. Today I'm going to show you how to create a search bar and drop-down filter for your website. This will help visitors quickly find the info they're looking for. In this example, we'll use a page we created about travel tips. We already connected this page to the articles database collection. Here, we added some user input elements. This element will act as a search bar, so visitors can find the articles they want, while this drop-down element will let your visitors filter info by continent. First, let's review the articles database. Each item includes fields for the article's title, continent, country name, an image, and the actual article content. Let's start by setting IDs for the input elements. IDs are used in code to reference elements. Set the text input ID to iTitle and the drop-down input ID to iContinent. Next, we'll add the onKeyPress event to the text input. This event will run when users type text in the search bar input element and will start to filter results. Keep in mind, the filter runs for each character visitors input in their query. Next, we'll create a function that accepts the value for the title field and sets the filter. The filter function is called from the onKeyPress event, which sends the title as a parameter. Next, set the filter for the dataset using the setFilter function. First, we'll import the Wix data module. This provides the filter helper function. Now we can add a filter to the database collection. In this example, we'll add the condition contains to the filter, set the name of the field as article title, and the value as the title parameter. Let's test our code. Click Preview and search for articles by title. Let's search for articles about Lima. As we type the first letter, L, the display does not change. Uganda still appears, even though it doesn't contain the letter L. Let's continue testing. Type I. The filter is now LI, and the results change. Australia, Mexico, and the North Pole show up. However, both Mexico and North Pole don't include the combination LI. Continue to type Lima and then delete the MA. Now the filter for LI displays the correct result. To better understand your code's behavior, print the iTitle input value by adding the following code. Preview and type Lima in the search box. The printed value appears in the console at the bottom of the editor. As you can see, the value trails behind one character. This is because browsers trigger the onKeyPress event before the new character is added to the text input value, which means that when we get the onKeyPress event for the character M isn't added to the text input value yet. Another issue we have with the filter is that when we type fast, we see the list flicker, as if it's loading a few times. In fact, it is loading a few times because we set the filter for every key user's input. We can fix both these issues by using a pattern called debounce. Debounce adds a slight delay to the search as it waits for users to stop typing before the filter resets. This also prevents the filter from running if the search value doesn't change. Let's add this logic to our code. Preview your site. Now the article title filter works properly without flickering. With the articles by title filter working, we'll add a continent filter to the dropdown. Load your continents and set them as the dropdown's list of values. Add an additional value for all continents. This new value will not filter the list. Then, transform these items into drop-down options and add the All Continents option to your code. While we could have connected the drop-down list of values to a dataset for continents, this approach would not allow us to add the All Continents option in the drop-down list. Let's modify the filter function to accept another parameter, continent. We'll also add a last filter continent variable for storing the last continent's value. In the same function, modify the usage of Wix data and dataset APIs, setting filters for title and continent only if the search criteria is not empty. Now, let's call the filter function by selecting the element we would like to use and the onChange event in the Properties panel. We call the filter function with the last filter title and the new continent value. To make sure both filters work together, change the call to filter from the title on keypress event handler, adding the last filter continent parameter. Let's preview all the code. Now, test the filters to make sure they work properly. To learn more, explore the Wix Code resources pages. You'll find video tutorials, articles, example code, Wix Code API references, and more.